We're wondering how Jimmy's going to do in his very first playoff start. What concerns should anyone have about that new experience for a guy like him?
I don't know. I haven't played in a playoff game either, so I'm not really worried. Jimmy's been doing it all year. Every primetime game he shows up, plays well. He's just going to do him, and he's going to play really well. And I just have that expectation of him, and I have all the confidence in the world in him.
He doesn't play on your side of the ball, but Germany's preparation and figure out what the offense is doing based on alignments and splits and things like that. As an offensive player or just somebody in the locker room, does any of that rub off on guys on your side of the ball in terms of just preparation and habits and things like that?
Yes and no. I mean, I listen to Sherman in the locker room. He talks to guys all the time. It could just be from walking from the locker room to the cafeteria. He's giving tips. Hey, we're going to have this in practice on this. You need to do this. He talks the entire day, so he does a great job of that. He's had the experience. We have guys with experience. So everyone that's done the playoffs, they've played in the big games. They've definitely shared their thoughts on it. But at the same time, we've been playing good football all year, and I think it's just we're just going to go out there and try to do what we've been doing all year.
Has there ever been any point in the last 2 years where you ask him about specific defenses and has he been helpful in those scenarios?
I might ask him man coverage on a route, hey, if I have this type of route, do I want to attack how do I attack his leverage, stuff like that, which he's always been a completely open book on that, which has been incredibly helpful for me. If I need something, I always ask, and I know he talks to wide receivers if they need stuff too, and I know he's had conversations with Jimmy, so Sherman's an open book, and he wants to, teach guys, and that's what I love about him.
As you said, this is your first playoff game. Does the week feel different, and how important is it to keep things pretty status quo?
I don't know. It feels like another week. I know, if you lose, you're done, which is a weird feeling, so I haven't had that one yet. But I think the whole team's done a really good job of handling their business this week. We had 2 really good practices last week on the bye week, and we've had good practices whole week. So, everyone's on top of their stuff. Everyone's been in their books. And, we're just excited to play football on Saturday.
How has the addition of Emmanuel impacted this offense?
Say again, sorry?
How has the addition of Sanders impacted the offense?
Other than winning us 3 or 4 games by himself, him and Jimmy, been pretty helpful. And the greatest thing about Emmanuel is, he didn't really have to learn anything. When you got like that, who's done it before, and, he was kind of in our offense, with, Coach Skang up there and with the Broncos, and he didn't have to learn anything. It was just... He just went out there and did it. There was no connection between him and Jimmy. It was just instant, Didn't have to build a chemistry or anything like that. So that's definitely been very helpful. And I know Emmanuel's really excited to be here. And like I said, he's won us a couple games basically by himself. And we're gonna count on him going forward in these playoffs.
The Vikings defense has been effective against tight ends this year. When watching film, what have you seen of them? What have they done?
They have a lot of different coverages and stuff. They do a good job. They focus on tight ends. I'm just, whatever Coach Shanahan has schemed up, I'm just going to do that. It's been working for me so far this year, and I'm just going to keep doing that.
You feel like Shanahan's a counterbalance for whatever they have to throw at you?
Like I said, it's worked all year. I think we've done pretty good at the tight end position this year in the whole room, whether it was me, Ross, Dwelly, or Levine, or Selleck. So I think we're just going to keep attacking it like we have been, and let the game take care of itself. There's going to be ups and downs, and when I have my name called, I just got to make the play.
Having Quan and Tart and Ford back in practice, what is the energy level like, and how does that kind of pump you guys up?
Oh, it's awesome. Those guys, getting to watch the defense, back at its full strength when you got, Kowalski out there, our linebackers, you got D and Bose on the edge. It's just fun to watch, honestly. And I think, sometimes in practice, you'll, when the defense is up and the offense is off, you'll be talking, about plays and stuff. But, this week, when we got all of our guys back, you kind of want to watch because it's just fun to see them working together again. And they've definitely brought the tempo back and, picked it up a little bit. So it's fun to be out there with them and see those guys just get to play.
George, how do you feel like your own personal skill set has developed or changed this season?
This season? You get better with every game. If you just attack it, each and every single play, you get better. You figure things out, whether it's, how to sit somewhere in a zone, man coverage, how to beat it with certain leverages, techniques like that. And I think, game by game, I think my game's definitely gotten better. And, every practice extra that I get, every game extra that I get this postseason just helps me try to become a better player.
It's going to be the first playoff game for Levi Stadium for a guy like you and Jimmy. Is it better to keep your emotions under control or just to dive in and live it out loud as much as you can?
I'm going to do what I've been doing for the last 16 games, which is We're 14. Sorry, I missed 2. But I'm just going to play football, and I'm going to have fun doing it. And I feel like if you change things up, you get kind of, that's probably not for the best. And so, our team's been doing that. Nothing's really changed this whole week. The intensity's kind of been up, but I'm just going to go play football.
Is your dad still writing those pregame letters? And because this is your first playoff game, are you expecting something a little special?
Yes, he does still write those, and yes, I'm definitely expecting something a little bit extra. The last game versus Seattle, usually it's about 4 pages, and it was definitely like a 6-pager, which I like. The more, the better. I like reading it, so I expect a short story this time.
What do you expect from the crowd?
Levi Stadium? Well, they've been incredible all year, home or away games. All of our away games felt like home games. So I just expect them to be incredible. Definitely we got to give them something to cheer about, give them something to back. And if we get rolling, I know Levi Stadium's going to be right behind us.
Were you surprised to see the Vikings?
Say again?
Were you surprised that the Vikings were the team that you're going to face?
It's the playoffs. Nothing really surprises me. The Patriots losing kind of surprised me just because it's Tom Brady, and I never bet against Tom Brady. So other than that, no.
Thanks, George. We got a Forrest here for you guys.
Thanks, guys.